Well, it was a woman downtown Ray Melo. You're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Thursday, May 21st, 2020, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Zack Snyder confirmed on Wednesday that his version of the Justice League movie would be finished and aired on HBO Max in 2021. The director hosted a watch party for his first Superman movie, Man of Steel, after which he announced the Snyder Cut. Snyder directed the follow-up Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice, which also introduced Wonder Woman, played by Gal Gadot, Aquaman, played by Jason Momoa, The Flash, played by Ezra Miller, and Cyborg, played by Ray Fisher. Snyder began filming Justice League with that entire roster. After principal photography, Snyder suffered a family tragedy when his daughter died by suicide. Warner Bros. Hired Joss Whedon to write and direct reshoots for the final Justice League film, which opened November 17, 2017. Ever since the studio released the film, fans of Snyder's work has been asking to see his original cut of the film, with the Twitter trend hashtag release the Snyder Cut. The studio said that Snyder never finished a cut, that the film was still in flux when Whedon completed it. In November, stars Ben Affleck, who played Batman, and Gadot also shared hashtag release the Snyder Cut, fueling speculation that there was a director's cut by Snyder. Affleck spoke about it further while giving interviews for his March film, The Way Back. Snyder himself posted on his Vero channel on February 29th that fans entering a contest could win a set visit to his upcoming production. This was accompanied by a photo of a clapboard for Justice League with the message that he intends to film additional scenes to complete his version of the film. Snyder said he hosted the Man of Steel watch party and question-and-answer sessions to raise spirits of people struggling with stay-at-home orders. Snyder tweeted about the event, which is to take place at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Vero. Many of us are struggling during this difficult time. Felt it could be cathartic to come together now for a Man of Steel watch party and celebrate the ultimate symbol of hope. Submit some questions. I'll answer a few after. The 2013 blockbuster starred Henry Cavill as the titled hero, also known as Superman. The supporting cast included Amy Adams, Michael Shannon, Kevin Costner, Diane Lane, Lawrence Fishburne, and Russell Crowe. Cavill reprised the role in the 2016 sequel, Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice, which Snyder also directed in 2017's Justice League, which Snyder began filming but left due to his daughter's suicide. Tom Hanks' new World War II picture Greyhound is to premiere on Apple TV Plus instead of getting a theatrical release, as most theaters remained shuttered during the coronavirus pandemic. The news was reported by Deadline, and Apple TV Plus retweeted a link to the story. No release date has been set yet. The adaptation of the C.S. Forester novel, The Good Shepherd, is about how Navy Captain Ernest Krauss is chased by Nazis in U-boats while leading an international convoy of 37 Allied ships during his first command on a U.S. destroyer. Hanks wrote the screenplay, and Aaron Schneider directed the film, which co-stars Stephen Graham, Rob Morgan, and Elizabeth Shue. Other film Apple TV Plus have included The Beastie Boys Story, Dads, Boys States, On the Rocks, Hala, and The Elephant Queen. Saving Private Ryan and Bridge of Spies star Hanks and his wife actress Rita Wilson recently recovered from COVID-19, the virus that has killed about 300,000 people worldwide. Australian actress Ruby Rose has announced she will not return for a second season as the titular openly gay heroine in the CW's action drama Batwoman. Rose said in a statement Tuesday, "I've made the very difficult decision to not return to Batwoman next season. This was not a decision I made lightly, as I have the utmost respect for the cast, crew, and everyone involved with the show in both Vancouver and Los Angeles. I'm beyond appreciative to Greg Berlanti, Sarah Schnechter, and Caroline Dries for not only giving me this opportunity, incredible opportunity, but for welcoming me into the DC universe they have so beautifully created. Thank you, Peter Roth and Mark Petowitz, and the team at Warner Brothers and the CW who put so much into the show and always believing in me. Thank you to everyone who made Season 1 a success. best. I'm truly grateful. Berlanti Productions and Warner Brothers Television confirmed Rose's departure and said they will cast another LGBTQ actress in the role. The production companies said in a statement, Warner Bros. Television, the CW, and Berlanti Productions thanks Ruby for her contributions to the success of our first season and wish her all the best. The studio network are firmly committed to Batwoman's second season and long-term future, and we, along with the show's talented creative team, look forward to sharing its new direction, including the cast of a new lead actress and member of the LGBTQ community in the coming months. Co-starring Rachel Starkton, Megan Tandy, and Doug Ray Scott, the season 1 finale aired on Sunday. The comic book adaptation debuted in October and was renewed for a second season in January. Rose is best known for her roles in Orange is the New Black and the movie The Meg. IFC Films says it has acquired the U.S. distribution rights to My Salinger Year, starring Once Upon a Time and Hollywood scene stealer Margaret Qualley and alien icon Sigourney Weaver. Felipe Faladru wrote and directed the drama, which screened on opening night at the Berlin Film Festival in February. It is based on Joanna Rakoff's memoir of the same name. IFC says it will release the movie later this year, but didn't say if it would open in theaters or debut on a video on demand or streaming platform. Set in New York in the 1990s, the film follows graduate school student Joanna, who goes to work for Margaret, reclusive author J.D. Salinger's literary agent. The synopsis says, fluctuating between poverty and glamour, she spends her days in a plush wood panel office where dictaphones and typewriters still reign, and agents dozed off after 3 martini lunches, and her nights in a sinkless Brooklyn apartment with her socialist boyfriend. Joanna's main task is processing Salinger's voluminous fan mail, but as she reads the heart-wrenching letters from around the world, she becomes reluctant to send the agency's impersonal standard letters and impulsively begins personalizing the response. Lionsgate is giving a glimpse of the upcoming film Antebellum. The studio released a new trailer for the movie Wednesday featuring singer and actress Janelle Monáe as Veronica Henley, a successful author living in the present day. The preview shows moments from Veronica's happy life with her family. Her idyllic world is shattered when she is chosen, kidnapped, and forced to travel back in time. In the past, Veronica is enslaved, but fights to take back her life and return to her reality. Antebellum is written and directed by Gerard Bush and Christopher Renz. The film is produced by Get Out and Us producer Sean Matrimick. Marquis Richardson, Eric Lang, Jack Houston, Kersey Clemens, Tagea Chrissy, and Gabrielle Sadebi co-star. Antebellum opens in theaters August 21st. Todd Teigman was crowned the winner of Tuesday's finale of The Voice Season 18. Teigman, who is a Mississippi church pastor and father of 8 children, was mentored by Coach Blake Shelton. Egan Teigman tweeted after the show, "My dad just won The Voice, #The Voice Final." Todd Teigman, who retweeted the post, beat out fellow finalists Thunderstorm artists Cam Wise, Tanisha Harris, and McCabe Iverson for the honor. The final episode of the season featured remote performances by finalists and voice coaches Sheldon, Kelly Clarkson, Nick Jonas, and John Legend. Jonas debuted Until We Meet Again, an original song he wrote for the finale. The single is now available on digital platforms, and a portion of the proceeds will be donated to Feeding America. Another highlight of the finale was a performance of Pete Townshend's Let My Love Open the Door by the top 9 artists from the season, along with Clarkson, Jonas, Legend, Shelton, and former coaches CeeLo Green and Shakira. Much of the seasons of The Voice was taped at the stars' and contestants' homes, in keeping with the social distancing practices intended to slow the spread of the coronavirus. Former Game of Thrones co-stars Peter Dinklage and Jason Momoa will reunite in a new vampire film. Entertainment Weekly confirmed Wednesday that Dinklage and Momoa will star in the Van Helsing reboot Good, Bad, and Undead. The line said Max Boberko will direct the legendary film, which is based on an original idea by Mark Swift and Damian Shannon. Swift and Shannon co-wrote the Friday the 13th reboot and Friday vs. Jason. Dinklage will star as the vampire hunter Van Helsing, with Momoa as a vampire who has vowed never to kill again. The pair run a scam where Van Helsing pretends to vanquish the vampire for money, but a massive bounty is put on the vampire's head. Dinklage and Momoa played Tyrion Lannister and Khal Drogo in Game of Thrones, but did not share scenes. The HBO series ended in May 2019 after 8 seasons. Dinklage will also star with Rosamund Pike in the new film I Care a Lot. Mo will reprise the title character in the upcoming Aquaman 2 and discuss the sequel with Entertainment Tonight in October. Freeform has announced it's renewed Everything's Gonna Be Okay in Motherland Fort Salem. Lauren Corral, the Executive Vice President of Original Programming and Developing at Freeform, said in its press release Tuesday, "We can be happy to bring both Everything's Gonna Be Okay and Motherland's Fort Salem back for a second season. Each show's originality, characters, and themes struck a chord with our audiences, and we're excited to share the ambitious stories the writers have planned for season 2. We have a strong slate ahead, and with our young adult audience coming of age in a time that will forever impact their lives, we owe it to them to tell bold, authentic stories that reflect who they are and where they're going to be." Everything's Gonna Be Okay is a comedy created and executive produced and stars Josh Thomas. It's about a man in his 20s raising 2 teenage half-sisters after the death of their father. The show's ensemble includes Kyla Cromer, Adam Faison, and Maeve Pretz. Motherland Fort Salem is a thriller set in an alternative present-day America where witches work with the U.S. government to defend the country using supernatural tactics and weapons. The series stars Taylor Hickson, Jessica Sutton, Ashley Nicole Williams, Amalia Holm, Demetra McKinney, and Lynn Renee. It is written and was created by Elliot Lawrence, with Lawrence, Will Ferrell, Adam McKay, and Kevin Misnick serving as executive producers. Ben Stiller paid tribute to his late father, fed-up comedian Jerry Stiller, while appearing on The Tonight Show. Jerry Stiller recently died at the age of 92. Jerry Stiller was best known for forming the comedy duo with his late wife, Ann Mira, and for starring Seinfeld and The King of Queens. Ben Stiller said on Tuesday about his parents after mentioning how much fun they had playing charades previously on The Tonight Show. They were just a unit together, and they just had this amazing chemistry, and were married for 60 plus years, and they worked together, their whole lives. My dad, is the way that he was, always funny, was that he wasn't really trying to be funny. I mean, he was aware that he wanted to be funny, but he wouldn't go for a laugh. He'd just be himself. Ben Stiller also discussed how different his father was from his famous characters, such as the often angry Frank Costanza on Seinfeld. He says he was very, very quiet, and, I think he suppressed a lot and just did his whole life. He came up from an upbringing where he was very, very poor. His dad was a bus driver, Depression era in New York City, and, he had all this kind of stuff inside of him, but that's where it would come out. It would come out of those characters. Padma Lakshmi's new show, Taste the Nation, is coming to Hulu in June. The streaming service shared a premiere date, June 19th, and the first trailer for the series Wednesday. Taste the Nation is a new travel series that follows Lakshmi on a culinary journey across the U.S. Chef and television personality will explore the diverse food cultures of various regions, including traditions in immigrant communities. Lakshmi said in a preview, "Everything that is the American cuisine is today because of all these different people and cultures contributed to it." Hulu previously said each episode will begin with a single dish that represents and connects to a community's history and traditions, and explore the evolution of that immigrant community through that cuisine. Taste the Nation will consist of 10 half-hour episodes. Lakshmi will serve as host and executive producer. Lakshmi is known for hosting the Bravo series Top Chef. She has authored several cookbooks, including Easy, Exotic, and Tangy, Tart. Disney has announced on Wednesday that the new series Muppets Now is coming to Disney Plus streaming service on July 31st. Disney said on Twitter, next to a promotional poster of the show featuring classic Muppets characters such as Kermit the Frog, Miss Piggy, Fozzie Bear, and more. Lights, music, Muppets, unscripted. Get ready to see your favorite characters like never before in hashtag Muppets Now. Social media accounts for various Muppet characters replied to Disney's tweet with their own key art for the show. Kermit said next to a poster featuring himself in front of Miss Piggy, "Good grief, sorry about this. At Disney Plus, don't worry, we love the hashtag Muppets Now key art. Though, if you're looking for my suggestion, I was always partial to this one. I cleaned my banjo right before the photo was taken." Muppets Now will follow Scooter as he rushes to make the Muppets new streaming series a reality and deliver it on time. The 6-episode limited series will also feature guest stars. ABC previously aired a Muppets television series in 2015 and that lasted one season. Disney in September canceled plans to release a Muppet scripted comedy series that was being developed by Frozen star Josh Gad and Once Upon a Time creators Adam Horowitz and Eddie Kittis. Darren Criss' new series, Royalties, is coming to QB in June. The short-form streaming service shared a premiere date June 1st and a poster for the music comedy series Wednesday. The poster shows Chris and Keith Donahue surrounded by sheet music at a piano. The post reads, "Take notes, #Royalties is coming June 1st only on QB." QB previously released a teaser showing Chris and Donahue composing and questioning what QB is. Royalties follows Pierce and Sarah, played by Donahue, a ragtag songwriting duo. Each episode will focus celebrity guests playing fictitious music characters. The series hails from Clueless director Amy Heckerling. Chris co-wrote and executive produced the show with Nick and Matt Lang. QB launched with 50 shows and movies and chapters in April. Chris also started a new Netflix series, Hollywood, which premiered this month. CBS announced plans on Wednesday to air the 47th Annual Daytime Emmy Awards ceremony on June 26. Jack Sussman, the network's Executive Vice President of Specials, Music, and Live Entertainment, said, "As leader in daytime, we're thrilled to welcome back the Daytime Emmy Awards. Daytime television has been keeping viewers engaged and entertained for many years, so it is with great pride that we look forward to celebrating the best of the genre here on CBS. Nominations in key categories are to be announced on Thursday's edition of The Talk. Both the nominations announcement and the prize presentation will be taped using video conference technology and social distancing practices enacted to slow the spread of the coronavirus." Emmys executive producer and director David Mackenzie says, "In these challenging times, daytime has been a primary influence in staying connected with its audience, entertaining them, and keeping them informed. We're honored to be a part of it. We're also excited for the challenge of introducing a new format that will celebrate the contributions of daytime television." This is the 14th time the award ceremony will be aired on CBS. The last time was in 2011. The event has been streamed online since 2016. Disney Plus is giving a glimpse of the upcoming movie Artemis Fowl. The streaming service shared a special look trailer for the film Wednesday featuring Ferdia Shaw as Artemis Fowl, a 12-year-old genius and an ex-criminal mastermind. The trailer shows Artemis embrace his destiny and gears up to save his father, played by Colin Farrell. He teams up with the dwarf Mulch Duggams, played by Josh Gad, and the elf Holly Shore, played by Laura McDonald. Artemis Fowl is based on the Ian Colfer novel of the same name. The movie is directed by Kenneth Branagh and co-stars Tamara Smart, Nonso Anozie, and Judi Dench. Disney previously shared a trailer for the film that shows Artemis learn his father's disappearance and is connected to a secret fairy world. Artemis Fowl was initially slated to open in theaters on May 29th. The film was moved to a June 12th premiere on Disney Plus due to the coronavirus pandemic. Julia Roberts, Hugh Jackman, and other celebrities will be handing their social media accounts over to health experts fighting COVID-19 as part of One's #PassTheMic campaign. #PassTheMic will run for 3 weeks, starting with Roberts' social media channels on Thursday, which will be run by Dr. Anthony Fauci, the director of the National Institute of Allergies and Infectious Disease. The goal of the campaign is to educate millions about the need for a coordinated global response to end COVID-19. Sarah Jessica Parker, Dana Guerrera, Millie Bobby Brown, Rainn Wilson, Penelope Cruz, David Oyelowo, Shailene Woodley, Busy Phillips, Yemi Alade, Connie Britton, and Robert Wright will take part in the #PassTheMic. One is a non-profit organization campaign to end extreme poverty and preventable diseases. The body of 39-year-old Shad Gaspard, the former WWE star, washed ashore in Venice Beach on Wednesday after an extensive search. The Los Angeles County Coroner's Office identified the body, Fox 11 reported. Gaspard was reported missing and lost at sea on Sunday afternoon after he entered the beach waters with his 10-year-old son. Gaspard and his son got caught in a strong rip current. The boy was saved by rescuers and did not require medical treatment. Gaspard had instructed the lifeguards to save his son's life, WWE stated. The Los Angeles County Fire Department then led a search for Gaspard that lasted days. Gaspard was best known as a member of WWE's tag team Crime Time along with GTG. The duo competed off and on in WWE from 2006 to 2010. Crime Time famously joined forces with John Cena in 2008 during Cena's rivalry with JBL. WWE stars post condolences on Twitter after the news broke, including Triple H. Triple H said, "I join fans around the world as we remember Shad Gaspard as a beloved performer and caring father. It's in absolutely tragic circumstances. Please keep his loved ones in your thoughts." Nikki and Brie Bella also posted a message calling Gaspard a superhero. They both said, "R.I.P. Shad. You truly have a magical soul, always made everyone laugh and smile. You will be sorely missed by so many. You are truly a superhero forever and always. So many thoughts, prayers, love, and light to his family." Gaspard also broke up an armed robbery in 2016 and appeared in several television shows and movies such as Think Like a Man 2 and Brothers. Beyonce, Taylor Swift, Jennifer Lopez, and more have joined YouTube's upcoming graduation special, Dear Class of 2020. The live stream event, which will serve as a virtual graduation amid the COVID-19 pandemic, will air June 6 at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the YouTube Originals channel. Beyonce has signed on to be the commencement speaker, joining former President Barack Obama, former First Lady Michelle Obama, BTS, Lady Gaga, Malala Yousafzai, Google and Alphabet CEO Sundar Pichai, former Secretary of Defense Robert M. Gates, and former Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice. Swift, Lopez, Demi Lovato, NBA star Kevin Durant, Bill and Melinda Gates, Alicia Keys, Kelly Rowland, and more will make special appearances. Lizzo, BTS, Camille Cabello, Chloe Times Haley, CNCO, Doja Cat, Gaga, Maluma, and Megan Thee Stallion are also set to perform. YouTube said, #Dear Class of 2020, you've worked so hard for this moment, and even more people want to celebrate with you. Australian singer-songwriter Sia is a new mom. The 44-year-old recording artist said during Tuesday's episode of SiriusXM's The Morning Mashup that she adopted two teenage boys in 2019. She said, "I actually adopted two sons last year. They were 18. They're both 19 years old now. They were aging out of the foster care system. Yeah, and I love them." Sia and her sons are struggling amid the coronavirus pandemic, but are focused on their education. She says they are both finding it pretty difficult, one more so than the other, but they're both doing things that are really good for them right now. They're really doing a lot of educational stuff that's good for them. Sia first hinted at the adoption news in the February issue of GQ. The cover story about Diplo, Sia has shared how she is open to being friends with benefits with the DJ and music producer. She says, "This year I wrote him a text and I said, hey, listen, you're like one of 5 people that I'm sexually attracted to. And now that I've decided to be single for the rest of my life, and I just adopted a son, I don't have time for a relationship." Sia was previously married to filmmaker Eric Lang. She will release a new song together for the upcoming film Music on Wednesday. And finally, the Backstreet Boys are postponing the North American leg of their DNA tour. The boy band announced in an Instagram post Tuesday that it has postponed the dates due to the coronavirus pandemic. The group wrote, "As much as we're looking forward to seeing you all this summer, our number one priority is the safety and well-being of our fans. We are officially postponing the DNA North American tour. Make sure you hang on to your tickets because you'll know we'll be back again. An announcement will be coming your way next week. Stay safe and stay home. Love you guys. #DNA World Tour." The Backstreet Boys shared the news alongside a video of Brian Littrell and AJ McLean at home. Littrell says, "The best thing we could do is take care of ourselves and our loved ones right now." The DNA World Tour initially kicked off in May 2019. The new North American leg was slated to begin July 10th in Montauk, New York, and end October 9th in Los Angeles, California. The Backstreet Boys have voiced their excitement for the tour on Good Morning America in February. Kevin Richardson said, "I look forward to traveling all around the world and being with our fans and bringing our kids out." The DNA tour is in support of the Backstreet Boys album of the same name released in January 2019. The album features the singles Don't Go Breaking My Heart, Chances, and No Place. And that is your entertainment report for Thursday, May 21st, 2020. I'm your host, Mr. Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and you'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.